In the last part, where I enthusiastically hopped onto a Cathay Pacific business class all the way to Indonesia, which you can check out on the link in the top right, I was ecstatic to catch a last-minute sale by Jetblue in the business class of one of its partners, Qatar Airways. So after quickly settling down in my hotel in Bali, I was preparing the intro for my next episode when...
Few sweets. And, sorry, it's just... Oh no. I think I'm stuck here.
And after a solid 5 hours of trying to chat with someone on the other end of the world, futilely trying to resolve this unsolvable issue of the airline already refunding my tickets without any warning or any other option provided, and spending another 5 hours standing around the hotel room realizing how doomed I was, it is finally time to come to terms. I was stuck on this island, and let's discover what this home for me for the next few days has on offer.
Well, on the other side of this busy street is the famous mall that is by the seaside here in Bali. It is so beautifully decorated. It has a Starbucks that is one of the best in the entire country. And that is usually where most of the first-timers come here for their first meal here in Bali. Because, you know, I mean, how can you not? This is such a beautiful mall. I'm not that kind of traveler, so I'm actually eating on the other side. For some nasi goreng. Spicy? Sure. Yeah, okay. A little bit, yeah.
One?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's how I roll. Hopefully, I don't get the famous Bali belly. And let me present you my first nasi goreng in Indonesia. Ta-da! Oh, look at this beautiful beast. Yeah, nasi means fried and goreng means rice. And actually there's all kinds of different options. You can get fried noodles, for example, but the national dish is nasi goreng. Normally comes with an egg, but you know, after traveling for days upon days no end, I would like to have less protein, please. But yeah, let me take a little bite and see how it goes. A little bit sour, a little bit... Oh, thank you. Oh, our iced tea is here. Goes perfectly with a little bit sour, a little bit spicy nasi goreng. Yeah. Bon appetit!
1 winner later.
It is always good to go for round 2 when each round only costs $1. The nasi goreng I had just had was 15,000 rupee, which is less than $1 US. And then the drink I had was 5,000, that's a quarter of $1. And now, welcome, fried chicken skewers, ta-da! Yeah, I think here, one of the best advantages of traveling like me is that you can eat ad infinitum and it will not break your bank. So, cheers. Thank you for being here, because this trip was about to turn into disaster, but then I realized, hey, I have the luxury of being in Indonesia whenever I want, so life is still good. Bro, what the fuck? They have an Iron Man and a Hulkbuster in the mall in Indonesia. This is the wildest thing I've ever seen. Truly, capitalism is a fickle thing.
The following day.
Wow, an early morning here in Bali, and I'm actually alive. Was a very unpleasant day yesterday trying to deal with all of these and called for nearly hours upon hours, but today's my first full day and I'm not gonna let it go to waste. Let's first look for some breakfast. there's no better way to start a breakfast slash lunch in front of a school. Actually, you can see the kids here are starting their daily activities, and you can see you have started their activities because all of these offerings at the door front, and that also means the food across the street is incredibly cheap. So I just got a bunch of food. I don't even know what it is. So I think this one is cassava leaves with coconut milk. They say this is like some kind of fried nuts. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah. This is actually a slice of egg omelet. This one, egg omelet, and then a chicken spicy, and then fried eggs. They are deep fried, and then some vegetables on top of rice. Well, rented a bike, put full on sunscreen protection, and have my navigation ready. It is time to explore the island. First stop is Uluwatu. It looks very close on the map, but trust me, this short ride of just a few kilometers is gonna take an hour because traffic here is, how do I say this, not exactly the most American style. After an hour, I'm finally at the southernmost corner of the entire Bali island, and my butt hurts like a motherfucker. Well, finally inside the temple. This temple is called Uluwatu, and it is very sacred because according to Hinduism, you need to have basically a temple at every single corner, like so north, south, west, east of the cardinal direction. You need to have a temple, and here is the southernmost temple. Well, you see those people wearing purple? Yeah, their waron is long and purple because they wear short sleeve pants, right? Or skirts, so their knees are exposed. But here in the sacred ground of the temple, you're supposed to have your knees covered, and thus always long sleeves when you come over here. And yeah, you can see that lady, she has long sleeves in her pants, so she doesn't have to wear a long purple sarong like me. Yeah. See, it's only an orange little belt. Yeah, that's more fashionable.
One pair of pants later.
Oh, that motherfucker stole my glasses. I can't see shit right now. Yeah, you win. Jesus. Well, monkeys here are aggressive, so yeah, that one's chewing on someone's phone case. And I think I'm gonna drive home blind. Somehow, by some miracle, my glasses is actually not broken. It's surprisingly sturdy. The monkey broke it in half, but I somehow fixed it. Yeah, but yeah, it's definitely gonna mess up with my astigmatism. Yeah, like it's kind of crooked now, but I somehow fixed it, and it left a few beautiful marks on my frame. I guess that's a souvenir to take home. Yeah, it's wild. I was trying to protect my phone when I saw the monkey just rushing in, and I never knew that they would just come and grab your glasses like straight up from my nose. That's wild, because I know they are very famous for stealing things, but you know, I thought monkeys know that glasses is like part of your body or something, but apparently not. Welcome to Padung Padung Beach. This is also a very beautiful place here in Uluwatu, and you can see, yeah, the beach is down there with a lot of surfers and also monkeys here in this temple. But how do we get down there? Well, the path is actually this way. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit squishy. Wow. Wow, it's the afternoon, but it feels like it is actually middle of the night. It's so dark because it's so narrow. Look at all of these roots. Wow. There's a creek coming down here that's mostly dry with a bunch of puppies hanging around. But what I think is the most beautiful here on this beach is actually these rocks. Yeah, forget about the surfers, forget about beach boys, forget about the volleyball. We come here to look at monkeys climb up these how do I say this? Are they like rock formations or something? Islands maybe? Yeah, on the high tide there must be islands. And yeah, watch the monkeys and come and steal my glasses again. That will be a lot of fun. Interesting place, honestly. And then behind it, I don't know if you can see it, there's actually a clear view of the volcanoes that made up the vast majority of the western Bali. Yeah, what an interesting place, huh? Beautiful place. I already love it here. And I love the freedom of riding a bike, and it costs like $3 a day. Well, renting a motorcycle is cool and fun and all. Here in Bali, there's a little bit of a problem. You see, when you run out of gas, that's about an hour endeavor to fill up. And wow, I have to say, this street is so beautiful. Look at all of these. I don't know what they are, but they decorate the entire way. What a beautiful place. Yeah, it's kind of hectic, all of the crazy traffic here. Oh, look at those kids playing with water down there. Wow, look at the sunset. And the fishermen coming back home. Oh, and did I mention that side is the runway of the airport? Yeah, everything is so concentrated, so tiny, yet so full of character. This place is completely different than, you know, the beaches I visited or the cliffs I've been, and that's just actually there. That's like literally right there. Yeah. And the kids are just fishing. Like, this kid is like 7.
Good, yes, calamari.
Someone caught a squid. Oh, here's another one.
Ayo balas. Mana? Calamari apa? Plastik.
I guess someone caught something and everyone just flocked here because they thought that there will be more squids here. Well, we also reached the part that I need to thank you for being here with me on this journey. If you like this video so far, please consider clicking the like button because it will really help me out, and also subscribe if you want to see more unexpected adventure like this one here in Bali. Well, let's continue to the dinner, shall we? I think the best part about this sunset is that it comes with something a little bit fishy. Yeah, these are probably like all kinds of tuna. All kinds of, oh, look at that. Oh, that's a big boy. That's truly a big boy. Look at these tiny calamaris. Yeah, and do you know what's better than a fishy sunset? A fishy sunset that you can eat. So you actually, you can buy food from here, all of the fish freshly caught in the sea, and then go into one of those restaurants here in the market, and they will cook it for you. Okay, I have to admit that the stench here is a little bit overbearing, but it's par for the course, right? And look at these gigantic lobsters. Oh. What should you cook for dinner, huh? Huge tuna, you know, pretty large. Oh my god, look at this head. It's bigger than mine. Well, got a sea bass. Sea bass!
Hi, sea bass!
Yeah, it's like, oh, calamar. Yeah. Yep, that's a big boy. Okay, I'm already regretting it. These are a lot of food.
20.
Huh?
20.
20? Okay, got it. Yeah, that's my calamar. That's the squid. And down there, they are picking it up. 1 kilogram of fish, the processing fee is $1.25. That is how cheap it is. So yeah, these are all cost like $1 to process. I think I already bought myself way too much food. And also, they have this spicy sauce they asked me if I want to put in. Yeah, let me try a little bit. Oh, woo! Yeah, it's gonna be sweet. And 10 minutes later, ta-da! Look at this. This is the sea bass. And look at all of the calamari. Wow, the squid is processed differently. And all of these mystery sauces. So yeah, of course, I have to take a little bite. So start with the sea bass, I guess. Very sweet and salty sauce. Oh yeah, pretty spicy as well. Let's try some of these sauces. This one is ginger and turmeric mix. Oh, pretty strong this one. This one, it's like an oyster sauce. Yeah, it's like almost like an oyster seafood sauce. This one, I bet, is the traditional hot sauce. Yup, very chilly, very hot. Oh, but it's so good. All of these sauces are so good.
Early the next morning,
Well, as for the noontime, there's no better way to explore what the locals have on offer here than visiting the Badung Market. Yeah, let's see what kind of hijinks they are up to here inside the market. An interesting tidbit is that this market might be the heart of the entire Denpasar and Bali in general. This is because Denpasar, the word itself, means north of the market. Den means north and pasar means market, and that is why the Badung Market, you can see here, is titled Pasar Badung. Wow, this place is absolutely huge, and there's like at least 5 floors of them, and you can see every stall have their own little prayer like altar, so you know every shop can pray to their gods that you know they have a better sale for today. This is the seafood area. See, yeah, like it's surprisingly clean for you know a place like this. I never expected to be a fully regulated market that has all of the stalls, contact names, they're properly like so clean. Like, oh, look at it, these guys only sell bananas. Yeah, the entire stall is all about bananas. This guy has coconuts, and then these guys are more diverse. Oh, look at the passion fruit, the dragon fruit. Oh, there's so many different nuts. I think this one specializes in tubers. You can see from cassava all the way to pumpkins and all kinds of other heavy starch vegetables. It's pretty specialized, but it's not like zoned up, right? So you can see next here, you also have eggs. Yeah, that's duck egg. That's quail egg. This floor is mostly about small knickknacks you need for your commercial operation, I guess. All the way from pots to stews, all kinds of plastics. Paper boxes? Interesting. Yeah, everyone's here so nice. It's crazy. Like, these are ritual items. Yeah, these are for religious purposes. Interesting. All of these ranging from altars to sarong. Very interesting. Wow, just mountains upon mountains of them. I'm literally walking in a path carved away from weaved baskets. The last floor here seems to be clothes and a small children's playground because apparently that's what you need on the top floor. But yeah, clothes, and more clothes. Wow, that's crazy. It's just wild how big this is. It's multiple floors and all of them just stuffed to the brim. And now we apparently exited the clothes section and now into the jewelry section and a small restaurant. Huh. Absolutely the most interesting place I've been. Yeah, maybe I should have lunch here. It's a very interesting area. Yeah, all of these are just restaurants. Look at all of these food. Here's the classic 2 words: nasi for rice, and changol, so basically mixed, so mixed rice. Yeah, you choose what you want, and then you have rice. This is chicken, right? Chicken? I see. I'll get that one. This one, yeah. I don't know what the heck I'm getting, but this looks absolutely delicious. Look at all of these food. There's like at least 8 different kinds of dishes that come with my rice, and this drink is one of the most interesting I've ever seen. I just saw it, like it's some kind of root herbal medicine. I've never had it before, and it's in a repackaged Heineken bottle, you can see. And yeah, it tastes absolutely bizarre. Never taste anything like this. It's like sour and sweet Chinese medicine, with like a very strong hint of like, how do I say this? Like you go into like a shop that sells only spices, like that kind of taste. It's very bizarre, and it has like a little bit of fermentation going on, I think. Very good though. I kind of like it, but I don't know if it's alcoholic because I still have 1 hour of motorcycle ride to go. Oh my god, the lady's so nice. She gave me seconds. I don't know how I can even possibly imagine paying $2 and get seconds. This feels evil. This feels wrong. This feels sinister. I can't do this. This is too good. You know, before we hit the road, I think I found my favorite fruit. Yeah, I used to eat this a lot when I was younger, but I've missed it so much. The wax apple. Oh. Okay, now let's take a bite, huh? For a lot of you who may not know this wax apple thingy, it's actually, I think, one of the best ways to hydrate yourself because it's basically nature's packaged water. It doesn't have too much taste, but it does contain a lot of moisture. So, look, it's mostly just water, and it doesn't have a very strong taste. So it's not like other fruits where it leaves a very nasty aftertaste or very sweet, so that you cannot have too much of it. I can down 10 of this in an hour. And guess what? That's more water you would need for half a day. Oh, and the best part, it has no seeds. And that means once you finish it, it's just gone. No need to worry about throwing out the trash. Look at this. It's a street full of just religious Buddhist statues. It's just from one end of the street all the way to the other. It's all Buddhist statues. And welcome to Uluwatu Temple, one of the probably the most prominent sites to see here in the entire town. Oh yeah, this is definitely beautiful, with a beautiful large lotus pond with flowers always ready to bloom and a golden gate at the very edge. Sure, this is great, but do you know one of the best places to rest and have a little look of this place is? Yep, right here. It's how do I say this? It's a little bit more commercialized than you would otherwise think. Legends say this temple has been standing here for more than 1,000 years, and based on the statues in the front, you can definitely see its ages. Wow, a lot of the details have already been devoured by not only the moss, but also time. Except the golden gate. Well, they say gold never corrodes. And here you can see all the way up there. Yeah, you can see plants are already growing at the top, even though they probably clean it very frequently. But for a temple as old as time, what's the point of a regular scheduled meeting, huh? What's the point of a 7 o'clock alarm What's the meaning of our mundane life for gods that are immortal? Let's do something free, such as a walk along this beautiful river in this valley. Yeah, all the way upstream. Yeah, and I heard up there you have some pretty nice views and some pretty nice dinner. And the walk begins with this beautiful Hindu temple. How old these columns are, nobody knows. And look at that tower. Wow. That's crazy, you know, you just walk along an old ancient Hindu temple, and then up next we have, well, halfway through, the rain started coming in and haven't even reached the top of the ridgeline yet. Well, I guess sunset was not gonna happen anyway, so I decided to chill in this local's little pagoda, or whatever it is. Well, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you want to do when you're traveling and you actually encounter rain? Do you try to chill out in a cafe? Do you just don't want to leave the hotel room at all? It kind of ruined the mood for you? Or you actually like to go out in the rain? Or you just venture out with your umbrellas and the raincoats anyways? Wow, you can hear that there are two rivers roaring. One to this side of the ridge, one to the other side of the ridge. Yeah, this is a pretty high up place. And during the morning, supposedly, you can see the sun rising up from the mist. And now, I'm supposed to see sun setting off among the hills, but instead I see tourists. A few of them, but not exactly what I expected. But hey, this trip was completely unexpected as well, so wow, look at this, rice paddies. Finally see the famous rice paddies here. Yeah, imagine eating down there, huh? Yeah, too bad it's raining in the low season. Not one single soul here. It's like pretty dead. Will you shut up? Sorry. Wow, I stand corrected. There is actually a restaurant that serves lots of good food right here in the rice paddies. So, time to have some nice dinner with a great view. Yeah, it's getting a little bit dark, but you can still see the sunset coming in hot over the rice paddies. Oh, isn't this what I'm looking for? Of course, after burning about 127.5 calories, it is absolutely necessary that I regain all of those by eating a noodle that is about 2,500 calories. You know, the math checks out. Trust me, I'm an Asian. So yeah, first up we have mie kwa, which is basically soup noodles, and here it's very customary to use noodles from instant noodle packs and the soup from instant noodle packs, and just put in some of your own customized chicken and vegetables. And of course, you have to wash it down with a mango juice. I'm feeling luxurious today, so instead of going for $1 dinner, let's go for $2.
The next morning.
And good morning from a very beautiful little hostel here in the town of Ubud, and this is my last full day here in the island of Bali. I know, this is a whirlwind of a trip, but I think I'm making the best use out of it. Look at this breakfast. Oh, not only is it included in my $20 nightly private room rate, but it is also absolutely fabulous. Oh, look at the color. Oh, the dragon fruit always gets me. Kasian! Well, after I finish this breakfast, I have somewhere really special I want to show you. Seems to be some kind of a political campaign of sorts. Look at this truck. Welcome to Tirta Empul. I'm sorry for butchering the name. This is a very, very important temple here in Bali. This is where the location of the holy spring is located. Yeah, there's a natural hot spring, well, warm spring more like that comes from the mineral underground. So it's full of all kinds of really nice minerals for you to bathe in, and it's very, very holy because it's considered holy water, and thus a lot of the pilgrims will actually come here. Wow, look at this gate. Such a beautiful gate. Oh, I'm sorry that the light is not right, but I hope you can see the details that is carved into these structures. Wow. And I have also donned my sarong, but this is actually not the sarong I'm gonna wear once I'm deep inside, because inside you can do a certain ritual, and you can cleanse your body, and it's supposedly open to non-believers as well. So actually, once I go inside, I will have to rent a different set of sarong that goes into the water. They call it the wet, and I also have to take off all of the clothes except the sarong. So yeah, wait for that. And also on this side, you can see, look at this fruit. It's huge. It's as big as my head. Wow, look at the koi pound. These guys are pretty much the most well-fed fishes I have ever seen. Oh, they're big. They're huge. Oh, this is the ritual bathing area. You can see that the water comes from the aqueduct from up there. And then, you know, people will have to bathe inside. Yeah, it's a pretty popular area for the local pilgrims, but even more popular with the tourists.
keadaan objek wisata yang ada di Pura Tirta Empul pagi hari ini sangat-sangat just not so very busy.
Not very busy, huh?
Not very busy, just very lucky. Okay, yesterday just 1,000 people inside.
Oh really? 1,000 people?
Ya, kemarin malam just very lucky.
Yeah, lucky. Yeah, kasih ya. Terima kasih. Oh, people here are so nice. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, hey, that's the ritual I was passing on the highway. Well, now I'm donning the wet sarong, as you can see here. Yeah, next step is actually to make an offering and then, you know, understand what the ritual is about, because, you know, educating yourself is definitely much more important than documenting it for YouTube, right?
You have to meditate there, pray.
Yeah.
Okay, with this offering, because this offering to respect our temple.
Ah, yes.
So when you do pray, please pray on your belief, on your religion.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Well, here goes. It's supposed to be a ritual for the spirits, not actually for any god. And thus, technically, any single person of any single religion can actually come and pray to their gods here. And what you're supposed to do is to place it on top of this altar and then meditate in a specific pose, and then that's supposed to ask the gods that you believe in for permission to enter the holy spring. And then, of course, the incense should always point towards the north, so that direction. And the last step is to come into the water and bathe in the holy water, so your spirit gets purified. But based on the water temperature, I'm very purified right now. Oh, so cold. Look at this. And there's so many tourists, and I'm naked. I'm like naked. And look at the water. Well, just a few minutes away from the water temple is Gunung Kawi, which is a very ancient site that used to be one of the most important Hindu religious sites. Well, these are basically the same compound of the water temple, but these were left abandoned until 1950s, when scientists decided to dig them up and found the very beautiful Elephant Cave. And what is Elephant Cave? Well, let me show you. Well, okay. First, let me show you the good view. Yeah, the entire river carved out a little canyon down there, and the people decided to plant rice paddies, of course, with coconut trees as shades. You know, just Indonesian things. And here, of course, being a hotspot for all of the tourists, except, you know, most of the tourists now skip this town, you can find a lot of these love swings. Yeah, ever since Instagram got very famous, yeah, these are all what has been hot here in Bali, especially here in this region where it's very mountainous. Well, before I can even walk about 10 steps, I'm in this beautiful little rice terrace, and you can see the water flowing from the top slowly through each step and eventually down there into the river valley. Yeah, this is perfect climate as well as environment to raise to basically grow all kinds of rice. Wow, here it is, the elephant cave. These dated from the very first priests who came to Bali to spread Hinduism. Yeah, all the way back in 10th century. So that means these things are more than 1,000 years old. Yeah, a lot of these were known by the folks who used to live here, but this entire area was only excavated about 60 years ago in the 1950s. And you can see they are very well kept. Not as fancy as the modern version of the Hindu temple, but it definitely has its charms. And the inner courtyard is very, very beautiful. This serene place has not been changed for thousands of years. You see moss growing on everywhere. A lot of the old statues have even lost its prominence. You don't even see what the heck it is about. But it is still beautiful. So beautiful, gorgeous. And the roofs, they are thatched with the old coconut leaves, so they need to be replaced once in a while. And then underneath the roof, these little strips of gold that just kind of highlights the difference between the houses here and the normal houses elsewhere. Well, a lot of the foreigners are eating fries and burgers for lunch, but I'm now sitting in the middle of this quiet village. Look, there's not even one single person around. And ta-da! Yeah, mie goreng, so fried noodles along with a huge coconut. Look at this. This thing is huge. Oh, and you peel it over there, you can see it's definitely a young one. Look how much water is in there. There's like a gallon of water in there. Yeah, I've been drinking it for like 10 minutes. It barely sees like a difference. And also, it comes with a spoon. It does. Yeah, there we go. Oh. And oh yeah, of course I ordered the two main courses. You have the mie goreng, which is absolutely delicious. Do you know how good these noodles are? Even though they are instant noodles, they're so bouncy. Look at them. Yeah. Oh. And then here you have chicken satay. Oh yeah. Look at all of this chicken. There's this sauce. Oh, this is so good. Oh, so spicy. Oh my god. And here's the crazy thing. This is the most expensive dish I have ever seen in Indonesia. It costs less than $3. I'm on my way to the rice paddies, but I think I already found it. Look, waterfall with rice paddies. Hey, that's as good as it gets, eh? So green and so free. Well, Holy Mother of Jesus, how am I supposed to cross this? This is like a proper river in here. Welcome to the famous Tegallalang. Yeah, the rice paddies. Yeah, and look at this, it's so beautiful, huh? The little tiered rice paddies coming down all of the waterfalls. Yeah, it's such a great engineering. And oh, why am I naked? Did you see how crazy that fucking rain was? Like, that was nuts. I rode through the entire way. There was a river I had to cross, okay? I had to cross a river. Yeah, and everything I have is soaked through and through. My underwear, my wallet, my watertight camera is even wet. The only thing dry about me is probably the humor. And at least I got a papaya juice, right? But I'm still thinking this is a great trip. Yeah, this is a very nice view and I have a really nice juice. I'm gonna sit here, enjoy until I run out of time. And yet, little did I know, I was already out of time. While I naively believed that the afternoon downpour was all Indonesia had for its rainy season, Bali quickly proved me wrong. About halfway through my 1-hour leisurely ride, the craziest downpour descended upon me, turning it into a 5-hour nightmare. Very much trapped here. Either do it in this kind of rain or ride it back all the way in the dark. I think I might choose the dark, but what if the rain doesn't stop? It will be in the rain, in the dark. I don't think I make it to the flight tomorrow.
346 minutes later.
Well, stuck again. I thought the rain's getting smaller, but nope, it's not. And my phone is running out of battery. I'm getting lost. It's dark, it's raining. I have nowhere to go, but thankfully the locals are very nice. Everywhere I stop, they would just have me sit down even though I don't buy anything, because you know all the money is soaked all the way through. But Indonesia, your weather is really crazy. And do you know what is even crazier? Every single other aspect of Bali itself. Not only does it have some crazy beautiful scenery that I have never seen in any other place on this planet, it also has some crazy delicious food that you have to try for yourself in order to realize its profound flavor. And not to mention its crazy deep history and culture that kept me mesmerized the entire trip. And lastly, the crazy friendly locals that have taken care of me every single step of the way, even though I was lost, hungry, cold, and wet. Thank you, Jetblue Airlines, for trapping me on this paradise of an island for 4 straight days. Because this turned out to be some of the best days I have ever lived in this life. It was my first journey in ages that I did not have to follow a strict itinerary, worry about internet connection, or double check on my flight schedule. While I was namely trapped on the island, my spirit was truly free. So of course, I have absolutely no regret of spending all these beautiful days on the island. And if I could do all of these again, I wish I could be stuck here for a few extra days, months, or years. Thank you, Bali and Indonesia. And thank you, my dear viewer. I hope you have enjoyed the past hour of intense adventures as much as I did. And please click the like button if you want to see more journeys like this. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to follow me onto even more adventures all around this beautiful world. And you will want to see what I did in order to get myself back into North America in the next part. So hit that big red button and I will see you in the next part.